I'm Matt Nelson, and I'm responding to the Module 1 topic about school and teacher readiness with Latino students. And for the audio file that we listened to, it talked about students from non English speaking households who, although may not exhibit great academic records or be very good test takers, they are very social, very friendly, very outgoing with their peers, and they come from very loving and supportive households. And schools don't see this. They see the scores, the grades they get, and then they make a determination that these students are far behind or these students need to be coddled, as it was talked about in the video. When in reality, they don't need to be coddled and they don't need to be, their hands don't need to be held, but they need to be pushed because they come from such strong households and loving households that support them. All they need is the school now to realize that they are non-English speaking. Things will take them a bit longer, but the more you kind of put up these barriers in a sense that, oh, let's go very slowly, and this, they'll keep lagging farther and farther behind their peers and never catch up when they need to be pushed hard. And with the support of their families, they will catch up to their peers. As most of you know who work in schools, a test taking tests, some kids who might be great oral presenters might be horrible test takers, and just because they do bad on a test does not mean that they are bad students. It just means that they are poor test takers, and it's not a reflection of how they are academically. Same goes for non-English speaking students. When tests are written in English and they're having a hard time and taking a long time with a question or with an entire test, it does not reflect them as a student when this one aspect of them is not very good. So it's up to us as educators to really talk to these students, get to know them, connect with them, and make sure they are being pushed and they are getting the help they receive from schools. Along with this, I think it's very critical that educators and teachers really connect with the families and the parents of these students, because I've seen in the school I work with a number of times families who do not speak English are very hesitant to say anything contrary to what the teacher says or what the school says, and they will agree to everything without questioning anything. So if a school comes to them and saying their student is not good academically, they're lagging behind, very rarely will a family question that. They will go with what the school thinks because they're assuming the school knows what's best and is really working with their child. When in reality, and I've seen it, I've sat in a lot of IEP meetings where parents are frankly taken advantage of, and they do not realize the power they have. And if they did raise concerns or did question the school, they would get better results and the school would be more receptive. But I feel, at least in my experience, they do get taken advantage of, and educators kind of just say whatever, the parents agree to it, and then they get out of there. So it's one less thing to deal with for the day. But I think as teachers, we really need to make strong connections with the parents and really form a bond with the parents to show them that we do care about their child and we are there for them, and we will do what we can to help their child succeed in the classroom, knowing that they are great socially and they may not be the best academically, but we're going to get them there academically and use their strengths to get where they need to be, and not just because they seem far behind their peers, we're just going to keep them there and we're going to go as slow as we can, because that's not going to help them. And it's up to us to make sure that the students are advancing and are challenged every day and use their strengths, like I said, about how social they are and how great they are with their friends, and use that as a tool to help them improve in the classroom academically.